Hi guys, Alistair Taylor here, and today we're going to have a look at the Ping G30 against the new Ping GMax. So I've done individual videos reviewing both of these, but until I actually hit them side by side with real ball flight, I can't see how they compare to each other. So for me, quite different to look at, kind of GMax, bit more offset, bigger head, thicker top line, and certainly more mass at the bottom of the club. So we're expecting this to be higher launching, hit the ball higher, and Ping are promising this is their longest ever iron. In my individual review, wasn't blown away with the distance, but we're going to hit both of them set up exactly the same. So gold code, we've got stiff shaft in the CFS distance. We're going to hit 5 real balls, real ball flight, give you guys some feedback, which one hits it the furthest, highest, most forgiving. So we're going to start with G30. And in my review video, I think it performed great, gets the ball up in the air, it was very, very easy to hit. First shot there, everything about that is kind of what I would expect from the G30. That little bit of offset's getting the ball up in the air. You know, it feels quick off the face. And I think this is a great club. I mean, we've had huge success fitting this year at Heron's Reach. And I think this has been a club that your loyal Ping guys that have gone up through the G range, you know, have loved G30. I think it's a good club. And it does exactly what it claims. You know, I mean, I've hit those pretty solidly. Let's have one last one with that. Again, just very, very consistent. I mean, I'd say they were all solid strikes, but I know from testing, even on the off-center, they perform pretty well. So, let's take that shaft out of that head and put it in the GMax. And like I said, visually, you know, very different to look at. I know from putting the other videos on YouTube, a few guys have asked for me to compare these, so it'll be interesting for me to see how they compare to each other. I mean, you put GMax behind the ball, it looks big, looks powerful, looks like it's going to get it in the air. Let's see if all those things actually happen then. Yep. Hits it a lot higher. We're a little bit down breeze tonight. That seemed to go quite a bit further, and it feels a lot more lively off the face, and I think the sound's very different off GMax. Again, that's gone what looks a lot further. And that one's past the 200 yards, bounced past 200. Okay, so 3 more of those. And again, you know, it's very, very forgiving. You'd expect that. You know, the weight of the club's much more around, even more around the perimeter, and the perimeter's bigger than it was on the G30. So last couple. Yeah, it definitely feels a lot quicker for me. And certainly without looking at flight scope, they're definitely going further. So one last one. That really does feel quick off the face. So I mean, looks-wise, feel-wise, sound-wise, that definitely feels kind of more powerful than G30. Let's look at some numbers, see if that's the case. Okay, so we can see, guys, you know, 5 very well, solidly struck shots. GMax almost a club longer. Now, surprisingly, I swung it a little quicker. Saying overall didn't strike it quite as well, possibly, but launches it higher, so jumps up a little bit, and hits it a lot higher, keeps it in the air a little bit longer. So I could argue the toss that because it's in the air longer and higher, that with being a little bit down breeze, that's what's getting me that more. They're definitely a little bit more club head speed. So all in all, very close on numbers, but GMax edging it there. Right guys, so we've looked at the numbers, and almost a club longer, the GMax. I mean, for me, it hits it higher, keeps it in the air longer, So particularly for today's test, the breeze is a little bit down. So I would definitely say that that's a contributing factor. I think that the fact that it's spun less probably means when we're into the wind as well, it's going to go through the wind a little bit more. I think the challenge with the low spin is it's not necessarily going to stop on the green as quick, but then we could argue that by hitting it higher, it's going to stop a little quicker. But certainly if you're somebody who's looking for out and out distance, looking for getting the ball in the air and hitting it nice and high, because they're not your strengths, out of the ping range, these would be the two that you'd be looking at. Ping GMax is definitely the one for you. Okay guys, so really appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. Subscribe to my channel, leave any comments below, like and share the video if you could. Hopefully catch some of you guys down here at Heron's Reach in the future. Stay in contact.